So on today's video, I'm going to talk about my favorite adoption books for hopeful adoptive families. So we're going to talk about that today on All About Adoption. So I'll see you inside. So hello, I'm Stephanie A. If we have not met before, I help hopeful adoptive families fulfill their dreams of adopting the child that is meant for their family. So today I'm going to talk about my favorite adoption books, and some of these are required reading for our adoptive families if they're going to do the home study with our agency. So the first book I'm going to recommend is In on It. So this is my favorite book for adoptive families because this is a book that I ask my families to read first and then to give to their family and friends so they will understand what adoption is, because I can tell you, you are going to receive a lot of unsolicited advice. Let's just face it, you're going to, particularly when you tell people you're going to adopt. So in order to be able to have your family understand exactly what you're doing and why you're doing it, it's a really good idea to share this book with them because it really teaches them about adoption and helps them understand some of the different aspects of adoption so they're not confused about why you are doing certain things with your adoption, such as having an open adoption. So that's why I recommend this book. So all of these books are in no particular order of favorites. But the next one is The Well-Connected Child. I especially love to have our families, and actually this is a required reading for our families who are doing their home study with us. I particularly enjoy this book because it is very helpful for families adopting internationally and also a child from foster care, because a lot of the times these children come from trauma. Although infant adoptions also come from trauma as well, because being separated from a mother at birth is also considered a trauma. But this more has to do with behavioral issues and children who come from harder places when they join the family. So this book just really helps families learn about how to properly discipline your child, to help them not feel threatened and to help them feel secure and attached and bonded with you. So it has a lot of great, helpful tools to help families navigate those challenging times of when you first bring your child home. So my ultimate favorite book is The Openhearted Way to Adoption. This book, of course, is about open adoptions. So what I just love about it is that it just really takes a step back and really helps people view open adoptions from a different point of view. A lot of people have very strong feelings about whether open adoption should be done, should they not be done. 95% of the families who come to me, especially when I first started the agency 27 years ago, they were really scared of adoptions. I was not a fan of open adoptions when I first was a baby social worker. So I get it. But over time, I've become educated and understand what it is and what it's not. And so The Openhearted Way is a great book. It's actually a required book for our families who are doing their home study with us in order to be able to understand adoption well and to be able to move forward with a open adoption very well educated about it. So my next favorite book is Adoption Parenting, Creating a Toolbox, Building Connections. I wanted to be sure I got all the title right. So this is my next favorite book. And what I love about this book is that it's just chock full of all kinds of information. So we just encourage families to get this book and to have it on their bookshelf. So if you are having sleeping issues when you bring your child home, or feeding issues, or any kind of issues that you run into when parenting your child, you can go back and look at this toolbox and just look at how other adopting families have handled these issues, or what the professionals say is the best way to handle these issues. So it's just chock full of all kinds of great advice, and really it's just one to put on your bookshelf and to pull out as needed is how we would do that. So next week, I'm going to be sure you watch next week, because I'm going to talk about my favorite children adoption books on my next edition of All About Adoption. Until then, I hope you have a fabulous day.